What if the secret to ending those agonizing leg cramps that jolt you awake at night isn't hidden in a pill bottle? What if the real solution has been sitting in your kitchen all along, dismissed as simple, everyday food? Picture this. It's 3 in the morning. You're ripped from a deep sleep by a searing, white-hot pain shooting through your calf. Your muscle is seized, twisted into a rock-hard knot of pure agony. You try to stretch, to massage, to plead with it to release, but the cramp has a mind of its own. For millions of seniors, this isn't a rare occurrence. It's a nightly torment, a cruel and painful reminder of lost mobility and encroaching stiffness. It's a cycle of pain, fear, and sleepless nights. You've probably been told it's just dehydration, or that you need more of a certain mineral. You might have even been given prescriptions that do little more than mask the symptoms. But what if all of that advice is missing the point? What if the pharmaceutical industry, with its focus on complex chemical solutions, has caused us to overlook the profound restorative power of simple nutrition? The game is about to change. We have peeled back the layers of conventional wisdom and uncovered the top 3 superfoods that don't just offer temporary relief. These foods don't just stop cramps. They are designed by nature to rebuild your muscles from the cellular level up, to enhance your circulation, and to silence the faulty nerve signals that trigger the pain. What you're about to hear could transform the way you think about food and aging forever. Prepare to discover the secrets that have been hiding in plain sight.
Let's begin with a food so common, so utterly familiar, that its true power has been overlooked for generations: the humble egg. We see it scrambled, fried, or boiled, a simple staple relegated to the breakfast table. But locked within its delicate shell is one of the most potent weapons against the hidden enemy that contributes to muscle cramps in seniors. That enemy has a name: sarcopenia. It's the gradual, age-related loss of muscle mass, a silent thief that steals your strength, compromises your balance, and leaves your body weak and vulnerable. As sarcopenia progresses, your muscles become fatigued more easily. They struggle to recover from simple daily activities, making them far more susceptible to the painful, involuntary contractions we know as cramps. It's a vicious cycle. Weakness leads to fatigue, and fatigue leads to cramps, which makes you less active, leading to even more weakness. So, how does a simple egg fight back against this relentless process? It wages war with the most effective weapon imaginable: pure, high-quality protein. But not all protein is created equal. Your muscles are built from building blocks called amino acids. There are 9 specific essential amino acids that your body absolutely needs to construct and repair muscle tissue, but it cannot produce them on its own. It must get them from your food. An egg is considered a complete protein because it contains all 9 of these essential amino acids in a nearly perfect ratio for human needs. A single large egg delivers a powerful dose of this premium-grade protein. Think of it like this. Every day, your muscles undergo microscopic wear and tear. When you provide them with the protein from an egg, you're not just eating food. You're dispatching a highly skilled repair crew with all the exact materials needed to patch up the damage. This crew rebuilds the muscle fibers, making them stronger, more resilient, and far less prone to fatiguing. Over time, consistently supplying your body with this perfect protein source helps to halt and even reverse the effects of sarcopenia. You're not just preventing cramps, you're rebuilding your body's foundation, enhancing your muscle endurance, and reclaiming the strength that time has tried to take away. But what if your muscles are strong, and the problem is coming from somewhere else entirely? What if the real culprit is a breakdown in your body's own command and control system? The next secret is even more surprising. A strong muscle is useless if the commands telling it what to do are corrupted. Think of your body's nervous system as a vast, incredibly complex electrical grid. Your brain is the power station, and your nerves are the wires carrying precise signals to every single muscle, telling it when to contract and when to relax. For many seniors, leg cramps aren't a problem with the muscle itself, but a problem with this grid. The signals are becoming chaotic, the messages scrambled, like a ghost in the machine causing spasms and contractions you can't control. This phenomenon is often caused by a breakdown in the protective coating around your nerves, a fatty layer called the myelin sheath. When this insulation frays, electrical signals can leak out or misfire, creating havoc. And the key to maintaining this vital insulation lies in two surprising nutrients found abundantly in eggs: vitamin B12 and choline. Vitamin B12 is absolutely essential for the health of your nervous system. It's a primary building block for the myelin sheath. Without enough B12, that insulation deteriorates and your nerves are left exposed and vulnerable. This is where it gets critical for seniors. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing B12 from food. The production of stomach acid decreases, which is necessary to separate B12 from the protein it's attached to in food. Furthermore, many common medications prescribed to older adults, such as metformin for diabetes or acid reflux treatments, are known to severely interfere with B12 absorption. The result is a widespread deficiency that many don't even know they have. This deficiency can lead to a condition called neuropathy, which is nerve damage that causes symptoms like burning, numbness, or tingling sensations in the hands and feet. It also directly leads to misfired nerve signals that trigger sudden, violent muscle cramps. Working alongside B12 is choline, another nutrient eggs are rich in. Choline is a building block for a crucial neurotransmitter called acetylcholine, the very molecule that carries the signal from the nerve ending to the muscle cell, commanding it to contract. A healthy supply of choline ensures these messages are clear and precise. Eggs provide a powerful 1-2 punch: the B12 to protect the nerve wires and the choline to ensure the message is delivered flawlessly. They serve as an excellent, easily digestible source of these nutrients, offering a straightforward solution to combat the nerve-related cramps that plague so many. But even perfectly functioning muscles and nerves can fail if the very minerals they depend on can't get where they need to go. There's another key missing, and it's a vitamin that controls the most famous muscle mineral of all time.
There is yet another layer to this puzzle. You can have perfectly strong muscles and flawlessly wired nerves, but they still need the right fuel to operate. The process of muscle contraction is an intricate dance of minerals, and one of the lead dancers is calcium. We often think of calcium in terms of bone health, but its role in muscle function is just as critical. Every time you move a muscle, calcium ions flood into the muscle cells, triggering the reaction that causes the fibers to contract. It's the spark that ignites the engine. Without enough available calcium, this entire process sputters. Your muscles can become weak, twitchy, and prone to the erratic spasms that lead to cramps. The obvious solution seems simple: consume more calcium. But here's the secret they don't tell you. For your body, consuming calcium and using calcium are two completely different things. Your body needs a gatekeeper, a special key that unlocks the door and allows calcium to be absorbed from your gut into your bloodstream, where it can be transported to your muscles. Without this key, all the calcium you consume is virtually useless. That key is vitamin D. often called the sunshine vitamin because our skin can produce it when exposed to sunlight. Vitamin D is the master regulator of calcium in the body, and a shocking number of seniors are living with a severe deficiency. As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from the sun. On top of that, many older adults understandably spend less time outdoors, further reducing their natural production. This creates a perfect storm for deficiency, and the consequences are dire. When vitamin D levels are low, the body simply cannot absorb enough calcium. This deficit can lead directly to muscle weakness and an increased risk of cramps. In fact, multiple studies have revealed a direct and frightening link. Older adults suffering from vitamin D deficiency tend to experience leg cramps more frequently and with far greater intensity than those with healthy levels. So where can you get this essential vitamin when the sun isn't an option? While some foods are fortified with it, there are very few natural dietary sources, and one of the best is sitting right inside our first superfood. The yolk of an egg is a rare natural source of vitamin D. Now, it's important to be honest. A single egg won't provide the entire daily recommended amount of 600 to 800 IU for seniors. However, incorporating eggs into your regular diet provides a consistent, natural baseline of this crucial vitamin, helping to keep your calcium absorption pathways open. To reach optimal levels, it's wise to pair eggs with other sources like fortified milk and yogurt, or fatty fish like salmon and sardines. But the fact remains that this humble food provides a critical piece of the muscle health puzzle that is missing from so many other foods. We've now seen how eggs provide the protein for muscle structure, the B vitamins for nerve function, and the vitamin D for mineral absorption. This one food addresses the problem from 3 different angles. So this begs an important question. If eggs are this powerful, why have we been warned to stay away from them for decades? The answer lies in a controversial story of fat, fear, and a scientific myth that is only now being fully exposed.
So, if eggs are this nutritional powerhouse, packed with muscle-building protein, nerve-protecting vitamins, and the key to unlocking calcium, then why have so many of us been taught to fear them? For decades, the egg was publicly demonized. It was branded as a villain in the story of heart health, a golden orb of cholesterol just waiting to clog your arteries. Doctors warned patients to limit them. Health magazines put them on the do not eat list, and an entire generation learned to associate eggs with guilt and risk. This fear campaign was so effective that many people still order egg white omelets, throwing away the yolk, the most nutrient-dense part of the entire food, out of a deep-seated fear of cholesterol. This idea was born from a very simple, and we now know overly simplistic, line of thinking. Eggs contain cholesterol, therefore eating eggs must raise your body's cholesterol levels, leading to heart disease. It seemed logical. But what this early science failed to recognize was the incredible intelligence of the human body. Your liver is the main producer of cholesterol in your body. It makes the substance itself because it's essential for creating hormones, vitamin D, and cell membranes. When you consume cholesterol from your diet, a healthy liver simply compensates by producing less of its own. For the vast majority of people, it's a beautifully balanced, self-regulating system. The dietary cholesterol you eat has a surprisingly small impact on the cholesterol levels in your blood. So where did the real problem lie? Modern research has revealed that the true culprits behind dangerously high cholesterol levels weren't dietary cholesterol, but rather saturated and trans fats found in abundance in processed foods, fried foods, and fatty meats. In a tragic twist of irony, the food people were told to avoid was actually a healthier choice than what they often replaced it with. Today, the narrative has finally changed. Major health organizations around the world have revised their guidelines based on overwhelming new evidence. The scientific consensus is now clear.
For most healthy seniors, consuming up to 6 or 7 eggs per week is perfectly safe and does not significantly increase the risk of heart disease. In fact, when you swap out processed breakfast meats for eggs, it can be a beneficial move for your heart health. Of course, if you have specific health conditions like familial hypercholesterolemia or certain types of heart disease, you should always consult your doctor for personalized advice. But for the general population, the great cholesterol myth has been officially debunked. The hero food that was falsely accused for decades has been exonerated. But eggs are for building and repairing. What happens when a cramp strikes with lightning speed and you need immediate relief? For that, we turn to our next superfood.
The long-term strategy of rebuilding muscle with protein and protecting nerves with B vitamins is undeniably powerful for preventing cramps. But what do you do when the pain strikes right now? When your calf seizes into a merciless knot of agony in the middle of the night? You don't have time to wait for muscle fibers to repair. You need an emergency first responder. You need something that can intervene in the immediate crisis and restore order to the chaos in your muscles. For that, we turn to our second superfood, a fruit that has earned its reputation as the king of cramp relief, the banana. And the reason for its fame can be summed up in one word: potassium. To understand why potassium is so critical, you have to think of your muscles and nerves as being powered by electricity. The constant communication between them relies on a delicate balance of electrically charged minerals called electrolytes. The two main players in this electrical dance are sodium and potassium. In a healthy muscle cell, there's a high concentration of potassium inside the cell and a high concentration of sodium outside. This difference creates an electrical gradient, like the positive and negative terminals on a battery. Every time a nerve sends a signal for a muscle to contract, tiny gates on the cell wall open, allowing sodium to rush in and potassium to rush out. This swap of ions is the electrical impulse that makes the muscle fire. The process of relaxing the muscle involves actively pumping the sodium back out and pulling the potassium back in, resetting the battery. Now, imagine what happens when you're low on potassium, a condition known as hypokalemia. The battery is weak, the electrical balance is thrown off, the nerve signals can become erratic, and the muscle cell itself becomes hyperexcitable. It's like a faulty electrical switch that can get stuck in the on position, leading to a sustained, painful contraction, a cramp. This is where the banana becomes a hero. A single medium-sized banana is packed with approximately 422 milligrams of potassium, making up a significant portion of your daily needs. When you eat a banana, this vital electrolyte is absorbed into your bloodstream and quickly goes to work restoring the proper balance in and around your muscle cells. It helps to stabilize the cell membranes, making them less likely to misfire and go into spasm. For seniors, the risk of potassium deficiency is especially high. It can be caused by something as simple as a diminished appetite, or it can be a side effect of very common medications, particularly diuretics used to treat high blood pressure, which cause the body to flush out potassium. When you combine this with potential fluid loss from dehydration or sweating, you have a perfect recipe for cramps. Consuming a banana provides a quick, natural infusion of potassium to counteract these deficits, often providing relief faster than other foods. It is nature's rapid response team for an electrolyte emergency. But as crucial as potassium is for making a muscle contract and reset properly, it's only half of the story. It manages the on and off switch. But what mineral is responsible for keeping the muscle calm and relaxed in the first place? The answer to that question reveals an even more common deficiency and a mineral that might be the true key to lasting peace from cramps.
Potassium is the fast-acting hero that fixes the electrical signals, ensuring the on and off switches for muscle contraction work correctly. But what if the root of the problem isn't the switch itself? What if the muscle's default state is no longer relaxed, but on high alert, constantly on the verge of spasming? This is where we uncover the role of an even more critical and far more commonly deficient mineral. This is the ultimate muscle-relaxing mineral, magnesium. If potassium is the operator that resets the system, magnesium is the calming force that keeps the entire system stable in the first place. Its mechanism is both elegant and profound. As we discussed, calcium is the trigger for muscle contraction. When a nerve signal arrives, calcium floods into the muscle cell, causing it to fire. Magnesium's primary job is to act as a natural calcium channel blocker. At rest, magnesium ions literally sit in the channels of the muscle cells, physically blocking excess calcium from getting in. It acts as a gatekeeper, ensuring the muscle stays calm and relaxed until it receives an explicit command to contract. Now, imagine what happens when you are deficient in magnesium. Those gates are left unguarded. Calcium can leak into the muscle cells freely, creating a state of hyperexcitability. Your muscles are constantly tense, tight, and on a hair trigger, ready to seize up into a painful cramp at the slightest provocation. This is why magnesium is often called nature's tranquilizer. It brings a state of profound calm to your neuromuscular system. Here is the shocking truth. Magnesium deficiency is one of the most widespread nutritional deficiencies in the modern world, and seniors are at the very epicenter of this crisis. There are several reasons for this. Modern agricultural practices have stripped much of the magnesium from the soil, meaning the foods we eat contain less of it than they did generations ago. Diets high in processed foods are notoriously low in magnesium. And just like with other nutrients, certain medications and the natural aging process can impair its absorption. The result is that a huge portion of the population is walking around with this fundamental calming mechanism completely disabled, leading to chronic muscle tension, tightness, and of course, agonizing cramps. While bananas provide a helpful little dose of magnesium, if you truly want to tackle a deficiency head-on, you need to turn to our third superfood group, nuts and seeds. These are the undisputed champions of magnesium. A single ounce of pumpkin seeds, for instance, delivers a staggering 156 milligrams of magnesium, fulfilling a massive chunk of your daily needs. Almonds are another powerhouse, providing not just magnesium, but also a good dose of potassium, creating the perfect synergistic cocktail for muscle health. Cashews, flax seeds, and pistachios are all loaded with this essential relaxation mineral. By incorporating a small daily handful of mixed nuts and seeds into your diet, you are not just getting a snack, you are methodically rebuilding your body's reserves of this crucial mineral, guarding the gates of your muscle cells, and restoring a state of natural calm. But the incredible benefits of these tiny titans don't stop with electrolytes. They contain another secret weapon that fights a different kind of muscular enemy, the slow-burning fire of chronic pain.
We have now assembled a powerful defense. We have the protein from eggs to rebuild the very structure of the muscle. We have the B vitamins to secure the nerve wiring. We have the potassium from bananas to manage the electrical on-off switch, and the magnesium from nuts and seeds to keep the muscles in a natural state of calm. It seems like every base is covered, but there is one final insidious enemy that can undermine all of this work. It's a silent attacker, an invisible fire that can leave your muscles feeling sore, stiff, and perpetually on the edge of cramping. Even when your electrolytes are balanced and your nerves are firing perfectly, we are talking about chronic inflammation. Inflammation, in the short term, is a good thing. It's your body's heroic response to injury or infection. But what happens when that response never gets the signal to shut off? It becomes chronic, low-grade inflammation, a slow, simmering fire inside your body that constantly bombards your tissues with damaging compounds. This ongoing state of alert puts immense stress on your entire system, and your muscles often bear the brunt of it. The delicate muscle fibers become irritated and damaged, leading to a state of perpetual soreness and stiffness.
This constant irritation makes the muscles hypersensitive, dramatically lowering the threshold for what it takes to trigger a cramp. It's a key reason why people with inflammatory conditions like arthritis so often suffer from debilitating muscle pain and spasms. You're not just fighting a momentary glitch, you're fighting a body-wide state of distress. So, how do you extinguish this invisible fire? You fight it with a special kind of fat. That's right. In a world where fat has been a dirty word for so long, it turns out that specific healthy fats are among the most powerful natural firefighters you can consume. The most famous of these are the omega-3 fatty acids. While many people associate them with fatty fish, some of the most potent plant-based sources are hiding within our third superfood group. The undisputed champions here are walnuts and flax seeds. They are packed with a type of omega-3 called alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA, which the body converts into powerful anti-inflammatory compounds. These compounds work at a cellular level across your entire body to dial down the inflammatory response, soothing irritated muscle tissue and promoting faster recovery. But the remarkable benefits of these healthy fats don't even stop there. Omega-3s, along with the monounsaturated fats found in almonds and cashews, also play a crucial role in improving your blood circulation. They help to make the walls of your blood vessels more flexible and can reduce the stickiness of blood platelets, allowing blood to flow more freely. This is absolutely critical because poor blood flow to your lower legs is one of the primary culprits behind nocturnal leg cramps. When blood flow to your lower legs is sluggish, your muscles are starved of the oxygen and nutrients they need, and metabolic waste products can build up, triggering spasms. By improving blood flow, these healthy fats ensure your muscles are fully nourished and cleansed throughout the night. It's the final piece of the puzzle, a solution that quiets the inflammation and opens the supply lines.
The power to reclaim your nights and move with freedom is not locked away in a complicated medical treatment or a bottle of pills. The solution has been hiding in plain sight all along. Simple, natural, and delicious. You now hold the knowledge of the triad of power foods, a strategic toolkit for dismantling the causes of muscle cramps piece by piece. First, the eggs, the architects of your body, delivering the perfect protein to rebuild and fortify your muscle structure against the ravages of age, while simultaneously protecting the delicate nerve wiring with essential B vitamins. Second, the bananas, the rapid response team, arriving with a fast-acting dose of potassium to restore the critical electrical balance in your muscles and silence the immediate crisis of a spasm. And finally, the nuts and seeds, the ultimate peacekeepers, armed with magnesium to guard the gates of your muscle cells and enforce a state of natural calm, while their healthy fats extinguish the hidden fire of inflammation and open up the circulatory pathways. This isn't just a list of healthy foods, it is a comprehensive strategy. By combining the muscle-building power of eggs, the electrolyte-balancing magic of bananas, and the deep, calming anti-inflammatory properties of nuts and seeds, you are no longer just treating the symptoms. You are systematically addressing every single root cause of muscle cramps. You are taking back control of your body and becoming the architect of your own well-being, one powerful bite at a time.
If you found this information empowering, hitting that like button helps us reach and help more people just like you. But now, we want to hear from you. Which of these superfoods are you most excited to add to your diet? Do you have your own secret weapon against leg cramps? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your story could be the one that helps someone else. And finally, if you want to keep discovering the simple, powerful secrets to lifelong health, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you never miss what's next. Stay strong,
Stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video.